The third one would be awkward. I'm a bit awkward person. And the negative crazy thing I've ever done. When I was small, I used to beat up children a lot. Esingdami, sen tug'ilgan on hamma shodon edi, sen esa giryon. Uh, I won't permit you to release my video, bro.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna having a special guest, and this is gonna be the episode first of the new project called Persona. And in this interview, we're gonna be interviewing my brothers who've been alumni of Presidential School, who's currently studying at Purdue University, a winner of EYUF Scholarship, and of course, you got IELTS 8. And welcome, Rakhmatulloh Abdubaev.
Thanks, Javohir, for inviting me, and I am very pleased to be in your project. But I don't think I deserve to be here. But as you decided to invite me, okay, I will try my best to give my sincere opinion and answer to each question of yours.
So we're not going to be going through what kind of essay did you write to get admitted to Purdue or what kind of extracurriculars you have. We're going to be just focusing on your personality and how this personality helped you to get into Purdue and how it helped you throughout your life to succeed. So I'm going to be giving you 13 questions. They are tricky, they're interesting, and I hope they're going to be very interesting for you to answer. So can we start?
I hope so. Yeah, sure, we can start.
So let's start from the first question. So the first question is, what 5 adjectives describe you best?
Say the first one is novelty seeker. I'm adventurous, so I like new things. Second would be futuristic, a planner. I love to think about the future and plan ahead. The third one would be awkward. I'm a bit awkward person. Yeah, and the fourth one would be I'm unexpected. I like to be unexpected and come around the corners when I'm not expected to do so. And um, what would be the fifth adjective? I don't know. Um, I'm introvert and extrovert type, like in between person. Yeah, at times I become too extrovert, and at times I am just as calm as a very shy person in the world. So, um, the same thing, like unexpected person. Yeah.
Cool. Now, let's move on to the second question. And the second question is, what would the title of your autobiography be?
Title.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If I had an opportunity to write an autobiography about my life, I would write the title as a boy with responsibilities, with a lot of responsibilities. Yeah.
Cool. Not the boy who lived, but with responsibilities, right?
Yeah.
Cool. And another question is, so looking back at the past, what kind of advice would you give to 12-year-old yourself?
Okay. This is a very good question. I think about this a lot. And when I was 12 years old, I studied at Russian school, and I'll definitely advise myself to learn Russian language better so that I wouldn't forget it once I, you know, would start learning English language. So I'm quite like I already kind of forgot Russian language, though I was very, very fluent at it. So I would advise myself to learn better, to deep dive, to dive deeper. Okay, yeah, into
Okay.
Russian language.
Cool. Now, the first
Yeah.
question is, what's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Yeah. That's insane, bro. Uh the craziest thing. Okay. We could think about it in a positive way. I've done a lot of craziest things when I was small, but
Okay, one
uh
positive, one negative.
yeah, okay. I'll give one positive first. It was really crazy, and I would not advise it to anyone else because um, you know, you could think about it differently. But in my case, it was obligatory, so I did that. It wasn't obligatory, but I insisted on that myself. So uh, the February 2021, the time when I was studying at presidential school. So it was a week or 2 weeks before the holidays started. Not even the holidays. We had a lot of celebration days,
Yeah.
we call it. And at school, at my presidential school, the place where you study currently, yeah, we used to have a lot of parties at that time. So uh, I thought I wasn't getting enough time to study the homework that I had, which was pretty a lot. I had a lot of A level exams coming, so um, I decided to go home and study myself. And I told the school that I was ill for 2 weeks. And I think this was the craziest thing I've ever done. I just lied to every classmate and all the teachers that I had. But I did a lot of solid work at home, so I really praise myself for that, for that courage, I'd say. And the negative crazy thing I've ever done would be uh, participating in your project now. Uh, no.
Negative.
Okay. When I was small, I used to beat up children a lot. You know, um once upon a time, there were like 3 kids at my um, house. It was back in the 2015 or 2016. I wasn't very small, but yeah, I was relatively smaller. And then I just came out, and then they just irritated me a bit, and just I decided to fight with them. So yeah, I fought against like kids. Yeah, and I won them. Yeah, I'm proud of that too, bro.
Cool. Now, let's move on to the fifth question. So, what about life, our life, fascinates
Mhm.
you?
Yeah.
What,
Nice question, bro. You've collected a lot of good questions. I appreciate that. This life, it has a lot of, I think, a lot of fascinating things. And one of the greatest aspects of life that always amazes me would be the logic that it has. The logic is, consistent. If you work, the life will pay you off everything. And if you don't work, you'll get the same reward at the end. You'll get the same payment. So I like this about life.
like the system life, like
Yeah,
how it
system.
works?
Yeah, the
Good.
harder you work, the better you earn.
Yeah, sure. So, the sixth question is quite interesting. So, how would your enemy describe you?
Ta-dam. I'm not sure, bro.
Even if you don't have one, just imagine that in some
Yeah.
corner of the world you
Okay.
have an enemy.
Okay. Okay. My enemy would definitely hate me a lot, and even if I had an enemy out, I don't know, man, how he would describe me or how she would describe me. Um, they would definitely mention my qualities, such as, you know, being undecisive. I'm not decisive decisive a lot. So, uh, but this answer is not quite good. You know, my enemy, right?
Okay,
How would
let's put it in this way. So let's say you've got an enemy and
okay,
he needs to praise you for one quality that he cannot deny. Which
okay.
quality would that be?
Okay. If I had an enemy, definitely, um, my enemy would praise me for uh, making, let's say, good plans.
Hmm, good. That's what I wanted to know. So next question, the seventh question is, how do you want to be remembered?
Hmm. I like to be remembered, bro. I love to be remembered. And on Earth, when I'm dying, hopefully one day, I hope to die with the feeling of um, satisfaction, fulfillment of having lived. And that comes with leaving something behind. I would love to be remembered as a great engineer, as a person who invested on the uh, you know quality of life that
Yeah.
people have, and maybe I'd also love to be remembered as a good husband, as a good father, so that
Mm,
the people around me just couldn't stop crying. There is
yeah.
one poetic um, thing. Uh, If I didn't forget it, I'll just tell it. I love to live like this poem. Esingdami sen tug'ilgan on, hamma shodon edi, sen esa giryon. Shundan yashaginki ketar chog'ingda, hamma qolsin giryon, sen ketgin shodon.
Cool. That's like a very good philosophy.
Yeah, man, like I'd love to live like this. I hope to live like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Like I think that that's gonna happen. Like I feel that.
and yeah, but we need to try. I'm not sure about
Yes.
that.
Yeah. Sure. Like no
Move
one knows
forward.
the future. Yeah. And another question is, how do you measure success? Based on what?
Okay, you know, we have success in different units. We have success academically. We have success in our social life, in our daily life, in our family life, etc., etc. Um, when it comes to academics, a successful graduation would be a success for me, for example, or having a diverse career, full of extracurriculars, like great projects. I don't mean at school, at high school. You don't get to do them, but when you come to university and college, you'll have a lot of you know opportunities here. So if you are able to keep up with academics at the same time do a lot of extracurricular projects and be involved in stuff like that and graduate like with high GPA, that would I consider as a success for a student. As a family member, I would consider success to have a good wife and good children, and to bring up those children, successfully, so that when they see you enter a room, they stand up, even if they are like lying down or sitting down, um, and so that they never mention you. I mean, the children of yours never mention you with your name, have a lot of respect to you, and then they not only respect you because they are afraid of you, but because they have learned a lot from you, from a father, from me, from you. Uh, as a like, if we talk about success in terms of family, I would consider, yeah, having very good children and bringing up them successfully would be a great success for me. Uh, and I think that's enough, right?
Yeah, sure. Like,
Mhm.
that's good. So, my next question, so it's going to be the ninth question. I would say, if you could leave one day as another person, who would you change places with, and what would you do with your time?
Mhm. Uh, I'll speak from my current situation. I am a first year engineer at Purdue University, and I have not decided to uh, choose a specific major because I haven't uh, fully majored in one thing. I am in engineering, but I'm not in one special field of engineering. We have 12 fields, and I have to choose between them one. So I'm considering several of them at the current moment. So if I had an opportunity, I would have one day as an electrical engineer and one day as a computer engineer. Yeah,
Cool.
we have a lot of graduates of such fields, so I'll live their life for a day.
Well, good. And so the next question is, if you could have a dinner with any living person, who would you have dinner with and why?
Um, can it be a person from the past or should it be the living person?
It's a living person.
Living person.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, Currently, I miss my parents so much. I would love to have dinner with them, but uh, if you are talking about originality and uh, creativity, I would love to have a dinner with an agent, a secret agent, and would
Mm.
love to hear his experience and what kind of things he's done in his life. It's so interesting. I love to hear those kind of secret stuff.
Good. So the next question is, if you were offered an ability to read other people's thoughts and you couldn't turn off that ability, would
Mhm.
you take that power or not?
Mhm. Um, I was taught as a kid not to care about other people's opinion, and I still have that kind of mindset. Um, so that taught me a lot, and that gave me a lot of advantage in many situations. Not to care what people think, not to care what others feel about you. So firstly, I wouldn't care other people's opinion. Secondly, if I'm given a chance to um, read other people's mind, I wouldn't take it because I don't care anyways. If I took it, it might negatively affect me, and I might be, considering like um, what what to use here. I might become like obsessed with people's opinion. That's bad.
Mm. Yeah, probably that would happen. Okay.
Mhm.
So, if you could live in any time period, when
Uh-huh.
would you choose to live?
Mm, I am very, very interested in history, but I don't know much about history because I was a bad student in my middle school. Uh, Therefore, I'd love to see uh, the the era of the first Renaissance when our great ancestors developed the world's knowledge. So I love to talk to them and share their experience.
Mm.
Yeah, I love to know what kind of feelings they had when they were kicked out of their countries, and then like what kind of uh courage they had to come back and to give all that they learned from everybody around the world. Yeah, I love to learn those tactics and stuff to
Ooh,
live in
so
that like 1000th year.
and the last 13th question would be, if somebody were making a movie based on your life, what
Mm.
famous actor would play that role and
Mm.
why?
Mm. Honestly, I don't know about much about actors, but if if people were really making a film based on my life, um, uh, I think I would let the Leonardo DiCaprio, right, to play my role because he's he's very good at playing and at acting. I watched his like one of his films. What was that? You know, what is his famous movie, bro? Do you know?
You mean Titanic?
No, there is one more like um, there's a Gatsby. Yeah,
Gatsby, The Great Gatsby.
that's the Great Gatsby. He played very well there. So I'd love to I'd love to let Leonardo DiCaprio play my role in in my film,
Ooh.
my movie.
So these
Yeah.
were my 13 questions, and
Okay. Thank
thanks
you.
for answering. Thanks for your patience. I know how you have a hectic schedule. Thanks for having time. And the
Thank
last
you,
thing
bro.
I
I
will ask,
enjoyed it.
the 14th questions, unofficial 14th question. What do you think
Oh,
about this program? About these
oh,
questions?
yeah, good, bro. They're awesome. But I am not sure whether anyone would be interested in my life, my answers. But the questions are super interesting. They're super thought provoking. I love how you pick them up, and uh, I would encourage you to continue this project and develop everyone's knowledge. Can you say so? Yeah, in terms of what people think about these questions, what their answers would be to those questions, because these are pretty interesting, and everyone has their unique answers. Yeah, this would be my opinion, bro.
Thank you, brother. And this was the end of the program. I remind you, today we have a guest, and our guest is Abdubaev Rakhmatulloh. He's currently studying at Purdue University, freshman year, right? And
Yeah.
he's studying engineering there. And he has got a list of accomplishments that I don't want to tell now because
No.
he might feel a little bit uncomfortable with his achievements. So I'm gonna write them in the comment section. So definitely read it. So, and this was all. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, and
Subscribe.
by the way, Rakhmatulloh Abdubaev is also a YouTuber. He has a very good YouTube channel. You'll definitely need to subscribe to his channel if you watch this video. I'm gonna put the links in the comment section below. So definitely subscribe to his channel. I highly encourage. The videos are very good.
Tātad kis ezerem vélen. La vaid reviews imemas nagu hot olemas. The quality.
Yes.
Okay. You can, cut these parts, right? Easily.
We'll see. Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't permit you to release my video, bro.
Okay. Don't worry.
I'm already recording. Okay.
Okay.
Bro, like I don't have a lot of good qualities.